God says, I am giving you one last chance right now. Open your heart instantly and receive what I have prepared for you. You feel the weight of these words because deep inside you know this is not about fear. This is about timing, readiness, and the door that has been standing open while you hesitated outside of it. I am not threatening you. I am calling you. I am not rushing you into panic. I am inviting you into alignment. If you sense something stirring in your spirit right now, do not ignore it, because this is the moment where resistance turns into surrender and surrender turns into breakthrough. I am giving you one last chance does not mean I am cruel or impatient. It means you have been circling the same mountain of doubt for too long. It means I have spoken gently before and you brushed it aside thinking you had more time. It means the opportunity in front of you requires courage now, not someday. This is the crossing point between who you have been and who I have called you to become. When I say open your heart instantly, I am speaking about trust. You have protected your heart because of disappointment, because of prayers that seemed unanswered, because of doors that closed without explanation. But I never closed the door to you. I never removed my hand from your life. The hesitation you feel is not because I am absent, but because you are afraid to believe again. There is something I prepared for you long before this season began. It is not fragile, and it is not easily stolen. What I have prepared is rooted in my promise, not in your perfection. But there are moments when you must step forward to receive what has already been written in your favor. This is one of those moments. You have been asking me for clarity. You have been asking for confirmation. You have been asking if the dream in your heart is still alive. Hear me clearly now. It is alive because I breathed it there. It has not expired. It has not been reassigned. It has been waiting for your agreement. This is not about competing with someone else for a blessing. Heaven does not run out of miracles. I do not ration grace like limited supply. When I speak about a last chance, I am speaking about the closing of an old mindset. I am speaking about the final call to leave fear behind. You have been standing at the edge of obedience. You know what I asked you to release. You know what I asked you to begin. Yet you have delayed because comfort feels safer than change. I am telling you now that the comfort you cling to is smaller than the destiny I designed for you. I see the battles you do not talk about. I see the nights when you questioned your worth. I see the silent tears and the quiet strength you carry in public. Do not think I overlooked your endurance. Every tear has been counted, and every prayer has been recorded. The reason this moment feels intense is because growth always feels like that before it becomes peace. When a seed breaks open, it feels like loss before it becomes life. When chains fall off, it feels unfamiliar before it becomes freedom. I am inviting you into that unfamiliar freedom. You have been waiting for a sign that I have not forgotten you. Let this be that sign. Let this be the confirmation that I am still writing your story. Let this be the turning point where you stop bracing for disappointment and start preparing for fulfillment. What I have for you is not just material provision. It is restoration of confidence. It is healing in relationships that seemed fractured beyond repair. It is clarity in decisions that once confused you. It is peace that does not disappear when circumstances shake. You are not behind. You are not disqualified. You are not too broken to carry what I have planned. The only thing that has slowed you down is hesitation. And hesitation loses power when you decide to trust. Open your heart instantly does not mean rush blindly. It means release the walls you built against hope. It means speak life instead of repeating your fears. It means believe that I am capable of doing more than you imagined. There are people around you who underestimated you. There are voices that told you to shrink your expectations, but I never asked you to shrink. I asked you to stand. I asked you to believe that my power is greater than your past. This is the moment where agreement changes everything. When you agree with my promise, your perspective shifts. When you agree with my truth, your strength rises. When you agree with my calling, doors that seemed sealed begin to open. I am not taking anything away from you. I am adding clarity. I am adding courage. I am adding boldness to step into what has already been prepared. What you thought was a closed chapter was only a pause before promotion. You have endured enough doubt. You have tolerated enough delay caused by fear. Now I am asking you to respond differently. Respond with faith instead of suspicion. I am still the God who makes a way where there seems to be none. I am still the God who restores lost years. I am still the God who turns what was meant for harm into testimony. Nothing about my nature has changed. If you feel resistance rising inside you, that is the old version of you trying to survive. But survival is not the same as thriving. I did not create you only to survive. I created you to reflect my strength and walk in confidence. This is your crossing moment, not because I am impatient, but because you are ready, even if you do not feel ready. I have already equipped you for what is next. You are not stepping into something alone. I am walking with you into this new season. I am steady when you feel uncertain. I am strong when you feel fragile. I am present when you feel unseen. Could a hidden CIA discovery explain why so many are suddenly living in luxury? Secret CIA research has now come to light, revealing a brain-hacking ritual that draws in wealth like magic. It only takes 7 seconds, you can do it at home, and it's supported by 4 neuroscience labs. People are ditching debt and living in luxury right now. But this information won't stay online for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted. Do not measure what is coming by what has happened before. Your past disappointments are not prophecies of your future. They were preparation, not punishment. They built resilience that you will now use wisely. I am giving you this chance because I love you. I am speaking firmly because I know your potential. I am calling you forward because staying where you are will only increase frustration. You are not competing for miracles. You are receiving what was written with your name on it. You are not fighting heaven for attention. You already have my attention. Now breathe. Release the tension you have been carrying. Step forward in trust. I am not asking you to be perfect. I am asking you to be willing. Willingness opens doors that effort alone cannot open. Your next step may be small, but it will be significant. Obedience in one area unlocks clarity in another. Movement creates momentum. Trust me with this moment. Trust that I am not trying to frighten you. Trust that I am leading you into something better than what you are leaving behind. You are still here reading because something inside you knows this is not ordinary. That stirring you feel is not imagination. It is alignment beginning to take place. I am continuing to speak because your heart is finally quiet enough to listen. What you almost walked away from is the very thing that will shape your next season. You have spent years reacting to life instead of moving with intention. You allowed circumstances to define your expectations. You adjusted your faith to match your disappointments. But I never asked you to lower your expectation of me. I asked you to deepen your trust. The last chance I spoke about is not about fear of loss. It is about the closing of excuses. It is about the end of self-sabotage, disguised as caution. It is about stepping out of the cycle that kept you praying for change while resisting growth. You cannot carry new wine in an old mindset. I've been patient with your process. I watched you try to fix things on your own. I saw you rely on your own strength until you felt exhausted. I did not condemn you for that. I waited until you were ready to surrender control. There are blessings attached to obedience that you have not yet experienced. Not because I withheld them, but because obedience positions you correctly. When you stand where I direct you, you see what you could not see before. When you trust what I say, doors that were invisible begin to appear. You have been asking why certain doors closed. Those doors closed because they could not carry the weight of your calling. They were too small for the expansion I have planned. You thought rejection was loss, but it was redirection. This new season requires a different version of you. It requires honesty with yourself. It requires letting go of the narrative that you are unlucky or overlooked. You are neither. You are prepared. The miracle you have been waiting for is not random. It is structured. It is intentional. It is connected to choices you are making right now. If you believe I am guiding you into something greater, write Amen in your heart and let that agreement strengthen your courage. You have been afraid to hope too loudly because of past disappointment. You learn to protect yourself by expecting less. But hope is not weakness. Hope is partnership with me. There are people who will not understand your shift. They will feel uncomfortable when you stop settling. They will question your confidence when it grows. Do not shrink to make them comfortable. I am strengthening your inner foundation so external change does not shake you. I am building resilience in you that is not dependent on applause. I am grounding you in identity so criticism cannot uproot you. The opportunity before you may look simple. It may not come with fireworks or dramatic signs. Sometimes, my greatest work begins quietly. Do not overlook small beginnings. What I am doing in you is deeper than what I am doing around you. I am healing patterns. I am correcting beliefs. I am removing limitations you absorbed without realizing it. You are not behind schedule. You are right on time for what I prepared. The delay you experienced refined your character. This is the moment to choose bold trust, not reckless behavior, but anchored faith. Faith that is calm and steady. If you trust that I am working even when you cannot see it, declare 777 and let that be your quiet statement of confidence. I am not asking you to understand every detail. I am asking you to take the next step. The path unfolds as you walk it. There is provision tied to movement. When you move in obedience, you discover resources that were already positioned for you. When you step forward, support appears. You have underestimated how much I have been arranging behind the scenes. Conversations have shifted in your favor, hearts have softened, opportunities have aligned. Stop replaying the old story of failure. That story no longer fits the person you are becoming. You are not defined by what did not work. I am increasing your discernment. You will recognize what aligns with your purpose more quickly now. You will sense what drains you and what strengthens you. The miracle is not only an external event, it is internal transformation. It is courage replacing hesitation. It is clarity replacing confusion. You have been carrying guilt for things I already forgave. Release it. Guilt cannot follow you into this next level. You are not disqualified because of mistakes. You are wiser because of them. Wisdom is part of your inheritance. Do not let fear of visibility stop you. You were not created to hide your gifts. The light I placed in you was meant to shine. This is not about perfection. It is about willingness. When you are willing, I work through you powerfully. The resistance you feel is temporary. The growth you gain is lasting. Choose the lasting reward. You are capable of more than you think. I placed strength in you that you have not fully accessed. It rises when you decide to trust. Have you heard about the top secret ritual the government wants to keep hidden? Imagine if a single 7-second ritual could clear your debts and draw wealth to you effortlessly. A leaked CIA report and 4 leading neuroscience labs confirm it's not a myth. Struggling families are moving into dream homes with total peace of mind. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. There are prayers you prayed years ago that are still active. They were not cancelled, they were cultivating. What feels like pressure right now is preparation. Pressure shapes diamonds. Pressure builds endurance. You will look back at this moment and realize it was the turning point. The moment you stopped waiting for ideal conditions and started moving with faith. I am not replacing you with someone else. I am refining you for what is yours. What has your name on it will not be taken away. The door remains open, but staying still will not move you through it. Movement is required. I am strengthening your voice. You will speak with conviction instead of hesitation. You will carry peace instead of anxiety. You have survived seasons that were meant to break you. That survival was not accidental. It was sustained by my presence. Now I am asking you to step into thriving. Thriving looks different. It requires courage to accept goodness. You are worthy of the breakthrough you have been praying for. Worthy not because of performance, but because you are mine. Let go of comparison. Someone else's timeline is not yours. Your journey is intentional. There is joy ahead that will make sense of the tears behind you. There is stability ahead that will balance past instability. Trust this process. Trust my guidance. Trust that what I am building in you cannot be easily shaken. The chance before you is not about urgency driven by fear. It is urgency driven by opportunity. Opportunity does not wait forever. You have everything you need for the next step. Take it, walk it, believe it. I am with you in this movement. I am not sending you alone. I am empowering you. This is the continuation of your becoming. This is the unfolding of your calling. There were times you thought you missed your opportunity. You believed you waited too long or failed too deeply. But I do not measure you by the same scale you use on yourself. I measure by growth, by willingness, by the quiet return of your heart to me. This last chance is not about panic. It is about maturity. It is about finally responding with confidence instead of fear. It is about understanding that delay is not safety and obedience is not loss. You have been asking me for a breakthrough, but breakthrough requires movement. It requires a decision that interrupts old patterns. It requires faith that acts before full clarity appears. I am inviting you to that kind of faith now. There is strength inside you that you have only used in survival. I want you to use that strength in pursuit of purpose, pursuit of growth, pursuit of the life I shaped uniquely for you. You are not fragile in the way you think. You have endured disappointment and remained standing. You have faced rejection and still kept believing. That resilience is evidence that you are capable of more. I am removing the ceiling you unknowingly placed above your own expectations. You settled for manageable dreams because they felt safer. But I did not create you for a manageable life. I created you for impact, for influence, for transformation. The miracle you seek is connected to identity. When you understand who you are in me, opportunities begin to align naturally. Confidence rooted in truth changes how you walk into rooms, how you speak, how you decide. Do not minimize your calling because it feels intimidating. Intimidation often signals expansion. Expansion stretches you before it strengthens you. There are conversations you have been avoiding. There are decisions you have postponed. This is the time to address them with courage. If you are choosing courage over comfort, declare 555 and let that be your statement of readiness. The fear of failure has whispered loudly in your mind. It told you that trying again would lead to the same pain. but that voice is not mine. I speak growth, not defeat. You have matured through hardship. What once would have broken you now builds you. What once overwhelmed you now instructs you. I am teaching you to respond differently. To respond with patience when frustration rises. To respond with wisdom when emotion pushes you. To respond with faith when doubt appears. You are stepping into a season where clarity will replace confusion, not because life will be perfect, but because your perception will be grounded in truth. Grounded perception changes everything. You will begin to notice patterns breaking. Cycles that ran in your family line will lose power over you. Limiting beliefs you inherited will fade. This is not coincidence. This is intentional transformation. You are not repeating the past. You are rewriting the trajectory. The door before you is not dramatic. It may look ordinary at first glance, but obedience in ordinary moments produces extraordinary results. Do not wait for overwhelming emotion to confirm your step. Sometimes peace is quiet, sometimes confidence is calm. I am restoring areas of your life that felt permanently damaged. Relationships that seemed distant will experience healing. Opportunities that seemed closed will reappear in new forms. Your responsibility is trust and action. My responsibility is outcome. Release what you cannot control. There is provision attached to obedience that you have not yet witnessed. Not only financial provision, but emotional strength and relational favor. You have been stronger than you realized. You carried weight that others could not see. That endurance was training. Now I am inviting you into expansion. Expansion of vision. Expansion of influence. Expansion of peace. You will no longer shrink your dreams to fit your fears. You will allow faith to enlarge them. Do not interpret the intensity of this season as punishment. It is preparation. Preparation always feels stretching before it feels rewarding. I am aligning people who will support your growth instead of resist it. You will begin to recognize connections that feel purposeful. Could the CIA really be hiding a 7-second ritual that turns money struggles into fortune? A covert CIA finding exposes a strange 7-second ritual that activates money-attracting brainwaves on autopilot. Supported by science and 4 elite labs, this home ritual is turning struggling people into dream lifestyle owners. But this page may disappear soon. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted from the internet forever. Guard your focus. Distraction is subtle. It steals momentum quietly. When doubt tries to return, remember how far you have already come. Remember the growth that once seemed impossible. I am building consistency in you. Consistency is more powerful than bursts of inspiration. Steady faith creates lasting impact. There is a calm confidence forming inside you. That confidence is not arrogance. It is awareness of my presence. You will make decisions with greater clarity. You will speak with greater conviction. You will rest with greater peace. I am not asking you to rush. I am asking you to move deliberately. Deliberate steps create stable foundations. Your obedience today influences your tomorrow. Small, faithful actions accumulate into significant breakthroughs. If you trust that I am guiding your steps, declare 999 and let that affirmation strengthen your resolve. You are not alone in this process. Even when you cannot see me working, I am active. The miracle unfolding is not sudden spectacle. It is steady transformation. It is alignment that changes direction. I am proud of your growth. I am aware of your effort. I am invested in your future. Do not retreat when discomfort appears. Discomfort often signals growth at work. You have asked for change. Change requires courage. Courage requires trust. I am not closing doors to punish you. I close them to protect you. I open others to advance you. The next chapter of your life carries greater stability, greater clarity, greater influence. Walk into it with confidence. Walk into it with humility. Walk into it with faith. This is your moment of agreement. Agreement with truth over fear. Agreement with possibility over limitation. You are capable. You are prepared. You are supported. Keep moving forward. Keep trusting my voice. Keep believing that what lies ahead is better than what you leave behind. When I said this was your last chance to open your heart, I was speaking about the end of hesitation that kept you circling the same fears. You cannot build a new life while clinging to an old narrative. You cannot step into expansion while protecting limitations. This is the closing of one internal chapter so another can fully begin. You have spent years waiting for the perfect moment. You told yourself that when conditions improved, then you would act. When you felt braver, then you would commit. When the risk looked smaller, then you would move. But faith does not wait for ideal conditions. It creates progress in imperfect ones. There are habits that quietly drained your momentum, not dramatic failures, but subtle compromises. Not loud rebellion, but slow postponement. I am not exposing these to shame you. I am revealing them so you can finally release them. You are stronger now than when you first prayed for change. You have endured uncertainty and remained standing. You have experienced delay and still kept hope alive. That endurance has built capacity within you. Capacity is important because what I am bringing into your life requires it. The blessing is not small. The responsibility is not light. The influence is not temporary. You once feared that if you stepped forward and failed, you would lose everything. But what you did not realize is that standing still was costing you more. Staying in fear drained your peace. Avoiding action weakened your confidence. Now you are stepping differently, not recklessly, but intentionally. Not out of pressure, but out of clarity. The miracle unfolding in your life is deeply connected to alignment. When your thoughts align with truth, your actions follow. When your actions align with purpose, results begin to shift. There are relationships that will adjust as you grow. Some will deepen because they recognize your change. Others may distance themselves because growth disrupts comfort. Do not resent that shift. I am guiding you into spaces that match your calling. Spaces where your voice matters. Spaces where your integrity is valued. If you believe you are stepping into a higher level of alignment, declare 1212 and let that be your quiet confirmation. You have questioned whether you are ready for what you prayed for. Readiness does not always feel like confidence. Sometimes readiness feels like willingness despite fear. I have been building discipline in you. Discipline protects the blessing once it arrives. Without discipline, breakthrough becomes temporary. The reason this moment feels significant is because it is transitional. You are not the same person you were last year. You are not responding with the same insecurity. The last chance was not about competition, it was about decision. Decision determines direction. You are deciding to trust that I am not withholding good from you. You are deciding to stop expecting disappointment. You are deciding to release the fear that kept whispering that you are not enough. You are enough because I formed you with intention. I did not design you by accident. I did not assign you a purpose casually. The door before you remains open, but you must walk through it. I will not force you, I will empower you. You may not see the full path beyond the doorway, that is intentional. If you saw everything at once, you might feel overwhelmed. I reveal what you need for the next step. Trust grows through movement. Confidence grows through obedience. Peace grows through surrender. There were seasons when you felt overlooked. You watched others progress while you felt delayed. But comparison distorted your perspective. Your timeline was shaped by preparation. Preparation takes time. Foundation building is slower than surface decoration. Now the foundation is strong. Now the structure can rise. I am increasing your resilience so future storms do not destabilize you. I am deepening your roots so growth does not uproot you. The miracle is not only external reward, it is internal strength. It is emotional stability where anxiety once ruled. Why are so many claiming this CIA ritual changed their life in just 7 seconds? This leaked CIA ritual is the real deal, and it's potent. A 7-second brainwave hack, backed by 4 neuroscience labs, is helping regular people leap from broke to abundant. Dream homes, cars, trips, it's all within reach. But this video could disappear anytime from the internet. So click the link in the description and comments now to see it before it's gone forever. You are learning to respond instead of react. You are learning to pause instead of panic. You are learning to speak truth instead of rehearsing fear. This is maturity. This is growth. Do not underestimate the significance of small, obedient choices. Each one shifts your trajectory. When doubt tries to resurface, remember how far you have already come. Remember that hesitation once dominated you, and now it no longer does. You are no longer negotiating with fear. You are no longer shrinking your vision. You are no longer apologizing for your growth. If you trust that I am strengthening you for greater impact, declare 1515 and let that be your declaration of faith. I am refining your focus. Distractions that once captured your attention will lose their appeal. You will value depth over noise. The calling on your life is not random ambition, it is purposeful assignment. It carries responsibility, but it also carries grace. You have been afraid of visibility because visibility brings accountability, but accountability is not threat, it is structure. I am not asking you to be flawless. I am asking you to be faithful. Faithfulness in small things prepares you for larger opportunities. Integrity in quiet moments builds credibility in public ones. The opportunity before you is not temporary excitement. It is sustainable growth. It is steady progress. You will notice that your reactions change. Situations that once triggered insecurity will no longer control you. That is evidence of transformation. I am proud of the discipline forming in you. I am aware of the effort you are making privately. Continue moving forward. Continue choosing alignment over comfort. You are not competing for approval. You already have mine. The blessing I prepared is secure. It is not fragile. It does not depend on someone else failing. Walk confidently. Walk humbly. Walk steadily. The last chance was never about fear of loss. It was about invitation to growth. You accepted that invitation. Now continue walking in it. I am with you in every step. I am strengthening your mind. I am stabilizing your heart. And as you continue forward, you will see that what once felt urgent now feels purposeful, because you understand that this moment was about awakening, not warning. When I called this a last chance, I was marking the end of passive waiting. You were not created to observe your destiny from a distance. You were created to participate in it. Watching others move forward while you remain cautious is no longer your portion. This is the season where participation replaces postponement. There were moments when you convinced yourself that safety meant staying hidden. You thought if you stayed unnoticed, you would avoid disappointment. But hiding also kept you from opportunity. Protection became limitation without you realizing it. I am breaking that pattern gently but firmly. You are not meant to shrink when growth calls your name. You are not meant to retreat when responsibility appears. You are capable of carrying what you once thought was too heavy. You have grown through challenges you never expected. There were nights of uncertainty when you felt alone in your thoughts. There were mornings when motivation was difficult to find, yet you kept going. That persistence built endurance. Endurance built strength. Strength built confidence. The opportunity in front of you now requires that confidence. It requires the quiet certainty that you are not stepping forward alone. I am not sending you into unfamiliar territory without guidance. I am walking ahead of you and beside you. You will begin to notice changes in how you think. Thoughts that once spiraled into doubt will slow down. You will challenge negative assumptions instead of accepting them automatically. That is growth at work. The miracle unfolding in your life is not sudden spectacle. It is steady expansion. Expansion of vision. Expansion of courage. Expansion of peace. You once believed that if something was truly from me, it would feel effortless. But growth often feels stretching before it feels comfortable. Expansion of courage, to be for so from well. Expansion of courage, expansion of courageous, expansion of courage, expansion of courage. Stretching does not mean wrong, it means progress. You are not disqualified because of past mistakes. Those mistakes taught you discernment. They refined your decision-making. I am teaching you to value consistency over intensity. Intense moments fade quickly. Consistent faith builds lasting change. You are becoming more stable emotionally. Situations that once unsettled you now receive calmer responses. That stability is part of the blessing. If you believe you are stepping into greater stability and purpose, declare 1717 and let that be your affirmation of trust. There are doors that will open quietly in the coming days. Conversations that align unexpectedly. Opportunities that feel natural rather than forced. Do not overlook them because they lack drama. My work is often subtle at first. What begins quietly can grow powerfully. You are learning to trust your discernment. You are learning to sense when something aligns with your calling. That sensitivity is a gift. There were seasons when you ignored your inner conviction. You overrode it with fear or external opinions. But now you are listening more closely. That listening will protect you. It will guide you away from distractions that appear attractive but lack depth. It will guide you toward commitments that build your future. The last chance was not about threat. It was about awakening you to your own readiness. You have more capacity than you recognized. You will start to feel a renewed sense of direction. Decisions will not feel as overwhelming. Clarity will increase gradually. Trust that clarity grows with movement. The more you step forward, the clearer the path becomes. You are not meant to carry everyone with you. Some people will choose not to understand your growth. That is not your responsibility. Your responsibility is obedience. Your responsibility is integrity. Your responsibility is faithfulness. I am aligning your environment with your calling. Spaces that once felt restrictive will lose their hold. You will sense when it is time to shift. This shift will not be chaotic, it will be deliberate. You will feel peace even in change. The miracle is not simply what you receive. It is who you are becoming in the process of receiving it. You are becoming more disciplined. You are becoming more focused. You are becoming more aware of your value. What's really behind the 7-second brain technique that's making headlines and new millionaires? A stunning CIA leak has just revealed a 7-second brain ritual that's helping normal people wipe out debt and attract serious wealth. With proof from 4 neuroscience labs, this at-home method is turning financial stress into dream living. Homes, cars, vacations, it's all happening. But the government could take this down at any time. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. There is no competition in my design for you. What is meant for you cannot be taken by someone else. Your growth does not depend on another person's failure. You are learning to celebrate others without feeling diminished. That freedom is powerful. If you trust that what is prepared for you is secure, declare 1919 and let that strengthen your confidence. I am not rushing you. I am guiding you steadily. The urgency was about attention, not panic. You are attentive now. You are aware. You are engaged. The breakthrough you anticipated may not look exactly as you imagined. Sometimes I answer prayers in forms that require new perspective. Stay open to that perspective. Do not limit me to your previous expectations. You are entering a season of refinement, not because you are lacking, but because you are advancing. Advancement requires clarity. It requires courage to release what no longer aligns. You will notice that certain habits feel uncomfortable now. That discomfort is growth, signaling that you are outgrowing old patterns. Embrace that feeling. It means you are moving beyond what once held you back. I am building endurance for the long journey ahead. Quick success without depth fades quickly. Sustained growth creates impact. You are not meant for temporary excitement. You are meant for lasting influence. The next chapter of your life will require responsibility, but it will also bring fulfillment. Responsibility and fulfillment are not enemies. You will discover joy in discipline. You will discover peace in structure. Your confidence will no longer depend on external validation. It will rest in your awareness of my presence. You are not alone in your efforts. Every step you take in faith is supported. Continue walking. Continue trusting. Continue believing. The last chance has become a living decision within you. You chose growth over fear. You chose movement over delay. Now remain steady. Remain focused. Remain aligned. The miracle is unfolding as transformation. And transformation, once begun, cannot be easily reversed. You are stronger than you were. You are clearer than you were. You are braver than you were. When I first spoke about a last chance, it awakened something inside you. It interrupted complacency. It confronted delay. Now that interruption has turned into direction. Direction gives you confidence. It removes the constant question of whether you are doing enough. It replaces scattered effort with deliberate action. You are learning to move with intention instead of impulse. There was a time when you doubted your ability to sustain growth. You would start strong and then retreat. You would feel inspired and then hesitate. But something is different now. You are building endurance. You are choosing consistency. You are honoring discipline even when no one sees it. The miracle unfolding is not loud, but it is powerful. It is reshaping your character. It is strengthening your resolve. You once believed that blessings would arrive suddenly and solve everything. Now you understand that transformation prepares you to handle them wisely. Preparation is protection. I am strengthening your emotional foundation. You are less shaken by opinions. You are less dependent on external approval. This is freedom. Freedom from comparison. Freedom from insecurity. The more secure you become internally, the more effective you become externally. Stability within creates impact outside. You are learning to guard your focus. Not every opportunity deserves your energy. Not every invitation aligns with your calling. Discernment is growing in you. You are recognizing what builds you and what drains you. The last chance was the closing of indecision. You have chosen alignment. Now maintain it. There will still be moments of doubt, but they will not dominate you. You will acknowledge them without surrendering to them. You are no longer negotiating with fear. You are negotiating with growth. Growth requires sacrifice. Sometimes it requires letting go of comfort. Sometimes it requires disappointing others who preferred the smaller version of you. Do not feel guilty for evolving. Growth is not betrayal. You were never meant to stay the same. I created you with potential that unfolds over time. If you believe you are stepping into greater maturity and strength, declare 222 and let that be your quiet agreement. You are beginning to notice how differently you respond to challenges. Situations that once overwhelmed you now feel manageable. That change did not happen overnight. It happened through repeated decisions to trust. It happened through small acts of obedience. You are building a life that reflects stability instead of chaos. Stability is not boring. Stability is strength. I am aligning your internal world with your external assignments. You cannot carry new responsibility with an unstable foundation. You have asked for greater influence. Influence requires integrity. Integrity requires consistency. You are becoming more dependable, more focused, more disciplined. This is not accidental growth. It is intentional refinement. The miracle is unfolding in layers. Each layer strengthens you for the next. Do not rush the process. Do not demand immediate results. Results will come, but depth matters more than speed. You are learning patience without losing momentum. That balance is powerful. I am increasing your resilience so that setbacks no longer discourage you easily. You will recover faster. You will adjust quicker. Resilience is part of your inheritance. It was formed through experiences you once wished away. Now you see their value. Now you see how they shaped you. The door remains open not because of urgency, but because of readiness. You are ready. Ready does not mean perfect. Ready means willing. You are willing to learn, willing to adjust, willing to grow. That willingness attracts opportunity. It attracts alignment. There are connections forming that will support your next level. Pay attention to conversations that feel purposeful. Not every relationship is permanent, but every season has people assigned to it. I am guiding you toward collaborations that strengthen your vision. You will recognize mutual respect and shared values. Trust that I am filtering what is not aligned. You do not need to force separation. Your focus now must remain steady. Avoid distractions disguised as shortcuts. Is it finally time to try the same CIA secret ritual that's changing lives in seconds? This newly leaked CIA-backed study reveals a 7-second money ritual transforming lives overnight. Scientifically validated by 4 neuroscience labs, it rewires your mind to attract money like a magnet. People once broke are now enjoying luxury homes, new cars, and exotic travel. But this secret won't be online much longer. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently removed. Shortcuts promise speed but sacrifice depth. Depth sustains success. You are not meant for shallow victories. You are meant for lasting impact. If you trust that I am shaping your path with intention, declare 1010 and let that strengthen your confidence. There will be moments when progress feels slow. In those moments, remember that roots grow underground before branches appear. Invisible growth is still growth. You are building habits that will support your future. Daily discipline creates extraordinary outcomes over time. The fear that once controlled your decisions has lost its authority. You now consult wisdom instead of anxiety. That shift alone changes everything. You are becoming more comfortable with responsibility. Responsibility no longer feels threatening. It feels purposeful. It feels aligned. The last chance was not about scarcity, it was about awareness. You are aware now. Aware of your potential. Aware of your calling. Awareness demands response. And you have responded. Continue moving forward. Continue refining your focus. Do not allow small setbacks to redefine your direction. They are adjustments, not conclusions. You are learning to separate emotion from identity. Feeling uncertain does not mean you are incapable. You are capable. You are supported. I am strengthening your leadership. Leadership begins with self-mastery. You are mastering your reactions. You are mastering your focus. This is transformation at work. The miracle is not just ahead of you, it is within you. You are becoming the kind of person who can sustain what you prayed for. Stay steady. Stay disciplined. The urgency has matured into commitment. You are no longer standing at the door wondering if you should enter. When I said this was your last chance, it was the final invitation to stop delaying your own growth. It was not about losing a blessing. It was about losing the habit of postponing obedience. You have broken that habit, and that is why you feel the shift. You are no longer waiting for perfect confidence. You are acting with developing confidence. That difference is powerful. There were years when you told yourself that you would begin after one more sign, one more confirmation, one more assurance that everything would work out smoothly. But growth does not wait for guarantees. It begins with trust. It advances with discipline. It is sustained by consistency. You are learning to rely less on emotion and more on conviction. Emotion rises and falls. Conviction remains steady. The miracle that is unfolding is not about sudden applause or instant recognition. It is about depth forming within you. It is about strength replacing insecurity. You have noticed that situations that once intimidated you now feel manageable. Conversations that once made you anxious now feel purposeful. That is evidence of transformation. You are no longer shrinking your voice to avoid attention. You are speaking with clarity. You are acting with intention. The last chance was a turning point. It marked the end of internal negotiation. You decided to trust. That decision is still active. Each day you reinforce it with action. There will be moments when old fears attempt to resurface. They may whisper that you are moving too quickly. They may question whether you deserve the progress you are making. Do not give those whispers authority. They are echoes of past insecurity, not present truth. You are building something stable. Stability requires repetition of wise choices. You are practicing that repetition. I am increasing your capacity to carry responsibility without losing peace. Responsibility and peace can coexist. You once believed that greater influence would automatically bring stress, but influence anchored in purpose brings fulfillment. You are discovering that growth is not chaotic when it is guided. It is structured. It is deliberate. If you believe you are walking into structured and purposeful growth, declare 777 and let that be your affirmation of trust. There are opportunities forming that will require courage to accept. They may stretch you beyond familiar territory. That stretching is not punishment. It is preparation. It is expansion. You are no longer afraid of expansion. You are learning to embrace it. The miracle connected to your life is tied to maturity. It is not about sudden gain without readiness. It is about steady increase with integrity. You are developing integrity in private decisions. That integrity strengthens your public impact. I am refining your priorities. You are becoming more selective with your time, more intentional with your energy. Discipline is becoming natural instead of forced. That is growth taking root. The door that opened before you is still open because you stepped toward it. Action sustains opportunity. You are not competing for what is yours. What is aligned with your calling will not bypass you. Your focus now must remain steady. Avoid revisiting past doubts as if they still hold power. They do not. You have outgrown them. You are learning to measure progress by faithfulness, not by comparison. Comparison once distracted you. Now you are centered. centered in identity, centered in purpose. The last chance has become a daily choice. Each morning you choose alignment. Each evening you reflect on growth. This rhythm is building strength, strength that will carry you through future challenges. You will face obstacles, but they will not destabilize you like before. You will approach them with strategy instead of panic. Strategy grows from wisdom, wisdom grows from experience. Your experiences were not wasted. Every setback taught you something valuable. Every delay strengthened patience. You are not the same person who once hesitated endlessly. You are decisive now. Decisiveness does not mean arrogance, it means clarity. You are clear about what aligns with your values, clear about what drains your energy. I am increasing your discernment in relationships. You will sense who supports your growth and who resists it. Release resentment toward those who misunderstood you. Their perspective does not define your path. Why is the government working so hard to bury this 7-second brain ritual? A stunning CIA leak has just exposed a 7-second brain ritual, now allowing regular people to clear debt and invite unstoppable wealth. Supported by 4 neuroscience labs, this easy at-home method is transforming financial struggles into dream lifestyles. New homes, vehicles, vacations, it's all becoming possible. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. The miracle ahead is not only about achievement, it is about peace. Peace that remains even when responsibilities increase. You are capable of handling more than you once believed. That capability was formed through persistence. If you trust that you are equipped for the next level, declare 1212 and let that strengthen your resolve. There is confidence building in you that does not depend on applause. It depends on awareness of my presence. You are learning that my guidance is steady, not frantic. Purpose is not rushed. You will notice that your reactions continue to mature. Where you once reacted defensively, you now respond thoughtfully. That shift will protect you from unnecessary conflict. It will position you for lasting respect. I am not asking you to strive endlessly. I am asking you to remain faithful consistently. Faithfulness produces fruit over time. Quick bursts of effort cannot replace steady commitment. The miracle unfolding is layered. First identity, then discipline, then opportunity. You are walking through those layers patiently. Do not rush ahead of the process. The door you stepped through leads to responsibility and reward. Accept both. You are no longer intimidated by growth. You are welcoming it. The last chance was the beginning of awakening. Awakening has now turned into action. Continue walking, continue refining, continue trusting. You are supported in every step. You are strengthened in every challenge. What once felt urgent now feels intentional. What once felt intimidating now feels possible. You have crossed the line from hesitation to commitment. When I first spoke about a final chance to open your heart, it stirred something awake inside you. That awakening was necessary. You had grown comfortable with postponing growth, comfortable with waiting for perfect certainty. Now you understand that certainty often follows obedience, not the other way around. You are no longer asking whether you are capable. You are asking how to steward what you have been given. That shift reveals maturity. It shows that you are thinking beyond fear and into responsibility. Responsibility is not a burden when it is aligned with purpose. It becomes meaningful. It becomes energizing. You feel that change already beginning. There were seasons when you tried to prove yourself to others. You wanted validation. You wanted reassurance that you were enough. Now you are learning that your value is not established by applause, it is established by identity, identity rooted in me is unshakable. The miracle unfolding in your life is inseparable from that identity. When you know who you are, you stop chasing what diminishes you. You start choosing what strengthens you. You are more selective now, more thoughtful, more disciplined. Discipline once felt restrictive to you, now it feels freeing. It creates structure where chaos once ruled. The last chance was not a threat of loss. It was a call to ownership. Ownership of your growth, ownership of your decisions. You are owning them now. You are no longer blaming circumstances for stagnation. You are no longer waiting for someone else to change first. That ownership empowers you. It gives you authority over your direction. You have also learned to release what is beyond your control. Not everything requires your intervention. Not every situation demands your energy. This wisdom is protecting your peace. Peace is becoming one of your greatest strengths. If you believe peace is becoming your foundation, declare 999 and let that affirmation anchor your confidence. You are beginning to see that steady growth produces lasting impact. Quick success without depth would have overwhelmed you before. Now depth is forming. You are building habits that support endurance. You are prioritizing consistency over intensity. Intensity burns quickly. Consistency sustains momentum. There were times you felt invisible, times you wondered if your efforts mattered, but unseen growth is often the most important growth. Roots develop underground before branches stretch upward. You are strengthening your roots. I am aligning your environment with your maturity. As you grow, your surroundings will reflect that growth. Opportunities that once felt distant will appear within reach, not because luck changed, but because you changed. You are stepping into rooms with greater confidence. You are speaking with clearer conviction. That confidence is not pride. It is awareness of preparation. Preparation has been happening quietly for years. Every lesson, every setback, every delay, nothing was wasted, nothing was random. The miracle is unfolding as alignment between preparation and opportunity. Alignment removes strain. You no longer need to force doors open. The right ones respond naturally to your growth. Continue refining your focus. Avoid distractions that flatter your ego but drain your purpose. You are not called to everything. You are called to specific assignments. Discernment will help you recognize them. You are growing in that discernment daily. If you trust that your path is becoming clearer, declare 1